EU ambassadors have agreed on the principle of granting Britain's request for another extension to the Brexit deadline. The European Commission's chief spokeswoman Mina Andreeva told a Brussels press briefing, "We are following all the events in London this week and in the coming days very closely." In that context, following the request to extend Article 50 and the consultations of President Tusk on the matter, the EU 27 ambassadors just finished their meeting and indeed in attendance of the Commission's chief negotiator Michel Barnier. "What I can tell you is that the EU 27 have agreed to the principle of an extension and work will now continue in the coming days. The intention is to take this decision by a written procedure." European Commission spokeswoman Mina Andreeva said there were too many unanswered questions to fully respond when asked about the UK proposing a new commissioner in the event of an extension. Downing Street has said the Prime Minister is determined to press on with his programme of domestic legislation regardless of what happens on Brexit. The PM's official spokesman played down suggestions other government business would be reduced to a bare minimum while ministers tried to secure an election. The Prime Minister has a dynamic and ambitious domestic agenda and he will continue pursuing that with full vigour, the spokesman said. "We won a vote on the Queen's speech last night and we want to deliver on the public's priorities." Downing Street has rejected suggestions Boris Johnson could force through a no-deal Brexit in the middle of an election campaign. Some MPs have expressed concern that once Parliament has been dissolved, the Prime Minister could postpone the election date until after the end of the Brexit extension period, at which point the UK would leave the EU with nothing MPs could do to prevent it. The Prime Minister's official spokesman said, "It is the official position of the Cabinet Office that this would be impossible." Under the Fixed-Term Parliaments Act, Parliament dissolves 25 working days before the date of the election. At the moment of dissolution the date of the election is locked. Once Parliament is dissolved the PM cannot change the date of the election. The Prime Minister told reporters he is waiting for a decision from the EU, adding, "It's in their power now to decide whether or not to have an extension. What we have is a great deal on the table. It's a deal that's been approved by Parliament, and what I'm saying is that it's up to the opposition, it's up to Jeremy Corbyn, to decide whether he wants to get this deal done or not. And we're making it very, very clear, that we will, as the Chancellor rightly said this morning, we will give some extra time to get this thing done if, and only if the Labour Party will lay for more on this story." Visit the news article link.